Today is November 30th, 22. I went to Family Physicians today. Was in there a few hours. I went to leave and my youngest son came running out. He was in there with my grandson Daniel. I went back and I was talking to him. He's been getting sick and nervous at school. These people had sold the login and he has every symptom of being bullied out at school. Okay, I sat and talked to him until they called him back. And then I left. One of Dave's girlfriends was outside. Now he was dating Michelle Lauren, big heavy-set blonde girl and a dark-haired girl. Okay. Michelle goes to Faith Family Church. She's a young blonde girl. She was probably 18 or 19 when he's dating her. He was 62, 63. Yeah, her dad's out pimping her out. Okay. Pathetic pieces of shit. They're the ones on the 6-day contact in my door where that Eric break all the tapes before were him and not me and inside Walmart November 18, 22 for these people to fall for. Well, I gotta leave and that girl's like, we all know that kid's getting bullied over this. I think it's funny having children bullied. Of course she does. She thinks she's some kind of mafia goddess. That everybody should kiss her fucking dirty whore ass. Huh? And she has no IQ or any IQ of the law. Not one bit. It was my dad in there before. Good, give it first and last name. Because I already know it's Photoshopped and date raped. Do you want to say your dad's a drugger and a kidnapper and extortion and attempted murder? First and last name. You want to go to jail as an accessory bitch? I know you're not very intelligent. Because you have no IQ. You're just a whore. I am so fucking tired of this. And they're out there proclaiming how her dad, well, Eric already proclaimed in Walmart, laughed at all these people for falling for it. They're out there saying, oh, my dad's going to take care of it because he already told me he was in that. So your dad was the one kicked on my door and stalking me and my ex-husband. You know they do have Dave hold me down. How I'm supposed to die for that fucking little piece of shit. He hired 2 murderers. They also have, where I didn't hang up on that lady, other churches taking up $25,000 to have me murdered. They also have that him and Jack had a plan since March because I wouldn't give up everything willingly. And that Dave's girlfriend's family owns a place up there and I won't be able to stand. Gee, we put him in jail for it, right? Did you have that man for saying he kicked in my door and was stalking me? That he was date rape drugging me and kidnapping me chemically and attempted murder? They said they were letting that weird Steve rape me too. And then selling police information, publicly humiliating me. There's even revenge porn laws. Put him in jail for it, right? Put him in jail, right? Want to give your dad's first and last? You want to tell him he did it? You want to rat him out? Because the police were looking for who did it. Because I already know it's drugged and framed. Because a lot of people told on him. Because they don't find these people funny. I was so pissed. This is my family they're playing with. That agent that called me back, they already verified November 6/22 at Central Baptist that it was agent called me back that told on me the night before. In a Stark County, well, actually, it's a Stark County sheriff that verified it was an officer verified that he didn't tell on him before for obstruction to justice, tampering with evidence, going to tell on me. Why? For the fucking little whore. He's the one that bullied me in the false statement, saying I was lying under threat of arrest when I tried to report what happened at Huntington Bank. And, even more November 24, 22, At Mercy Medical lady was telling the nurse, then the nurse told that lady, none of us will ever say a word to her ever again. We all heard Eric make fun of us for following us. Well, the agent that employed her into saying she was lying when she wasn't. Those men up there even did experiments on her because he got away with it. And I found out it's so bad that nobody's even ever said anything bad about her. No, my family spoke highly of me before. Maslin, please look at the watch this state case that even after he employed me, I had to plead for that bastard for my life. Then he's after supplementary incomes from the witness protection program, the employment program. He gets 60 grand a year. I never got a dime. And like my friend that worked at the prosecutor's office, they can't drop you no matter what. And money's just sitting there building in that account. They're hoping I die so they can steal it, Michelle and her family. I bet I'm not the only one they stole supplementary income from. They want to pronounce their part of this. You want to say, I'll turn you into the Department of Justice. Do you know, my one friend is a retired sheriff, relative to somebody important. He said, is your local police slow? And I said, well, it's an agent with a retired judge. He said, I don't care if it's a sitting judge and an FBI agent. The local police could arrest him, and they should have. I told him why that Eric screamed it into Walmart. He's like, the police grabbed him, right? I said, oh no. He said, are your police slow? He said they should have grabbed that guy. And they're confessing all those tapes before with him to set me up. And for everybody to turn on me. And they fell for it laughing like a hyena and professing his crimes. So you want to say your dad, little bitch, was in it with that weirdo? You want to say he's a drugger and a kidnapper and a rapist and a torturer? And he's a murderer to extort money for your fucking pathetic ass and his family? That he steals everything from the wife or victims? Huh? Because he likes hurting people? Huh? And extorting money and embezzling government funds? Bitch. You want to put your family's name on it, bitch? See, my family knew nothing of this. Canada Investors came up to me April 14, 22 at St. Lawn. We asked her family. They knew nothing about this. No, someone already said they'd go to jail. They knew. It's a good thing they did. I was so mad somebody tried to say they employed my grandson into saying that he knew of all this. He's already very upset, nervous, and depressed. And he's a little 15-year-old kid. These people don't care who they hurt or kill. And he goes to that church where they took up the 25 grand and hired all those stalkers. And they already asked him back in 18, and they knew nothing. Little lady sweetie. See, the first month, some old man came up to me after the case started. For every idle word you turn on us, I'll turn it on you. I'm like, who are you? I'm right back with first. He's like, you trying to leave Dave? I'll list you a child molester. I'm like, who are you? He's like, you know that Bruce? I'm like, no, it's up by my private area, by my hip. I'm like, yeah. He said, I used sodium benzoyl. You know what he told me? You're this one night guy and they accidentally bent over him properly. And they accidentally sing your right hand out pregnant for it. And I'll list your child molester for that. I'm like, who are you? I got away from him. I'm like, Dave. I went home and I'm like, my house is legally booked at that time. I'm like, Dave, I always wear the grandma nightgown underwear and house coat. The grandkids are over. I know that. Like a sweater and house coat. But the grandkids are over. I know that. I said, besides the grandma nightgown, some laces I kept for you. I just replaced all those nightgowns last year. I didn't know any years ago. So investigators caught this old man coming up bragging that they were going to list me a weirdo if I try to leave Dave. That was already planned. That they were day drugging me and telling me to say weirdo stuff. That they already had me drugged and framed. Nobody said a word. That's where December 9, 21 out of the whole department and the guy at the task force, Stark County Hunger Task Force. White man pop with dark eyes disturbing for the 9th Street. There's only 4 or 5 volunteers, can't find them. I actually worked the case. They always knew the tapes before with them and not me, so no one said a word. They tell people I have charges. I've never even been questioned on wrongdoing. I've never been prosecuted. I've never found guilty. Do I have charges? No. See, in their mentally insane world, they think they can kick in your door, Photoshop a shower scene, break in and date rape you, break threatening people out of the room, and then guess what? They can go in and put it in the court system, run it through, find you guilty, and nobody say a word to you. That's not the legal system at all. Police and agencies can only be in a home under threat of life. Failure to notify for initiating and speaking to other people in that home is abusive misconduct, and failure to protect as abusive misconduct goes in the right of privacy, illegal search and seizure. So were they allowed in my home? No. It makes the police laugh. When they say they were in my home, it's like, well, no matter what, we couldn't even look or listen. And then you can't work a conflict of interest for the whore of the store or event that is the slime bucket that he had to scrape up off the street that are family prostitutes. So her dad can extort money out of witness protection people. Huh? That they terrorize the money and everything out. Huh? They think they can run this thing like a mafia lord. And she thinks she's some kind of mafia goddess. She's that little blind thing from a family church. My dad's FBI works the case. I did case. Yeah, I'm a whole 19 years old. My dad prostitutes me so I can get money out of victims. She was a peace out girl. Oh, I had her beat and raped. And I'm glad they beat her. I can have anybody beat and rape. You know what? Can you have them beat and rape somebody for us? Yeah, I just have to ask them. Because she thinks she's some kind of mafia goddess. They was a prostitute now. Huh? Huh? Then wants to brag her dad will kidnap people chemically with date rape drugs, extort money, Photoshop scenes, and stalk them so he can steal everything they have in life, right? Because they already know he bullied me into saying I was lying when I wasn't when I tried to report a crime. Department of Justice, 1729, badgering victims, witnesses, and informants. You go to jail, sweetheart. If they got hurt because your badging go longer, and if you took a payoff, it's longer. For every constitutional right broke, it's 1 to 10. For conflict of interest, it's 1 to 10 and $1 million fine. You can't even touch a case for friends and family. Bitch. You must not have any kind of education. I don't think David and his girlfriend's family are funny. They get these people to help out, and when they realize they're being manipulated, they all leave. And the police tell them to stay out of this. None of this money. The police need to start arresting everyone. And they start passing out stalking harassment charges. They start passing out $1,000 to $5,000 fines. This will get nipped real quick. They actually start doing their job. Do you know they can actually lose their badge for not doing their job? I've been asking the FBI to send people out from out of state. Dare you to say you were in my house before the protective light case? Dare you, double dog dare you. I triple dog dare you. It's instant jail and they can't look or listen. Huh? Learn the law, sweetie. Learn to read. Or get one of those audible books and realize how illegal you saying you were in my home is. It's federal prison, bitch. Don't matter who your daddy is. And conflict of interest. Got $1 million fine for you being a little prostitute, bitch. Huh? And your daddy thinking he can embezzle government funds, bitch. And that he can terrorize somebody out of everything. He can obstruct justice, tamper with evidence, bitch. He can stalk people for your pathetic ass. That he goes out and prostitutes to find new victims to extort money out of them, bitch. You're all